Yes, we're here at Irvine Regional Park, the oldest regional park in the state of California. This park was founded all the way back in 1897, more than 100 years ago. Coming up off to the left side of the train, we'll see the lower lake. The lower and upper lake house all the different water birds, some fish, and some turtles. I've had some of our turtles out sunning themselves by the lakes today. And we have had some folks out here fishing. The lakes get stocked about 4 times a year with different kinds of fish. Anyone 16 years or older is using a fishing license. Anything you catch and you take on home with you.
Look at the turtles. See the turtles?
And we're passing by the original entrance location of Irvine Regional Park. This is where the entrance of the park was in 1897 when it was founded on land donated by James Irvine II. The Irvine family donated 160 acres to Orange County, and over the years the park has grown to be about 4 times its original size. Back in the 1800s, guests would be arriving here for the first time on horseback or in horse-drawn carriages. And as the upper lake comes into view, across the upper lake is the oldest building in Irvine Regional Park, our boathouse. Boathouse was built in 1914, so rents out some fancy paddle boats. Also at the boathouse is the bike rental. And at the boathouse is a snack bar that features soft serve ice cream. And through the trees across the lake is the entrance to the Orange County Zoo. We'll get a closer look at the entrance to the OC Zoo on our way up the hill. And today the Orange County Zoo is going to be open until 3:30 p.m.
We're gonna come back here with Mommy too, okay? Mommy and Buzz.
Coming up soon off to the right side of the train, we'll pass by our patch of poison oak. Whoa, the poison oak coming up off to the right side of the train on the ground is planted for your education. Poison oak is a plant, the leaves and stems of a toxin causing a rash lasting for up to 30 days. Oh, you'd be itching. We'll come back around and see this variety of poison oak again. With this one, each stem has leaves growing in groups of 3. People say leaves of 3, let it be unless you're itching for some trouble. Okay, we're passing by a pack of doggos up ahead here. And dogs have been regular visitors to the park for all the time that the park has been open. James Irvine II, he loved his dogs. The Irish setters that he had were hunting dogs. We're here at the Upper Loop now to tell you a little bit about this little train you're riding on. This little train is a 1/3 scale copy replica, the original locomotive, the C.P. Huntington. Original train is said to have inspired the tale of the little engine that could. Okay, the little engine that could. We're going to make our final stretch uphill up ahead. If you want to help us out, all you got to do is say, I think I can, and I'm sure we will. Way off to the left across the grass is the entrance to the Orange County Zoo. Open today until 3:30. Admission to the OC Zoo is just $2. Anyone under the age of 3 gets in for free from ages 0 to 2. You're free at the zoo. Buildings off the left side date back to 1929. Long before these buildings, this park was all part of an ancient forest. Home to the different native trees here in Orange County, sycamores and oak trees. And the largest oak trees at the park have been measured to be more than 450 years old. I'll keep my eyes out for some of those California ground squirrel. They live in burrows under the ground, sometimes in colonies of more than 100 members. In California ground squirrel, they're also called gray squirrel because of their gray colors. And they're also called beachy squirrel because of an explorer who spotted them way back when, Captain Beachy. So if you see a squirrel, give them a nickname. Grove off to the right side includes a bird bath dating back to 1919. Great spot to go bird watching. Generations of birds have been coming by here, and squirrels too. This is the California ground squirrel. They're part of the ground squirrel family. Ground squirrel family also includes the marmot, the prairie dog, the chipmunk, and the groundhog. Just like a groundhog, a ground squirrel can hibernate. I see one of the ground squirrels up on their hind legs. When they're up standing on their hind legs, they're keeping an eye out for predators and having a snack. Those ground squirrels have an amazing defense mechanism. If they get confronted by something nasty, they'll wave their tail around to make themselves look bigger than they are. We're heading through these mustard blossoms here. The yellow flowers are the mustard plant. It grows here as a non-native plant that was introduced hundreds of years ago. It dries up very quickly in the summertime. The mustard plant is edible, though most people don't eat the raw mustard plant. They use it as an ingredient. Coming back into view of the upper lake, and across the upper lake, there's a stone platform, and oh boy, there's a cannon pointing at us across the upper lake. Yes, there's a stone platform with two historical objects, the Civil War era cannon, stands guard over a Spanish-American War memorial, and that great big cannon has kept our lakes pirate-free for many, many years.
We'll get to this. He was saying that across there, see right there, yeah, that's from the age of the Civil War.
Making our way back down towards the crossing, and across the crossing we'll be heading for our railroad tunnel. The tunnel is a very narrow clearance, so the reminder at all times, please remain seated with everything inside. After the crossing comes the tunnel. Some of our native oak trees coming up off to the left side are going sideways. We've got some sideways horizontal oak trees that were knocked down by the wind many years ago. Oak trees have very complex root systems. They can keep on growing even when they get knocked down.
Pretty far back. We're back. It's up.
Yeah, the lake gets stocked about 4 times a year with bass, trout. If the conditions are right, they'll get some catfish. And we're using this fountain to add some more water to the lakes. Make sure it's nice and comfortable for those red-eared slider turtles. The turtles are not native to these lakes because the lakes were constructed. You can even see, if you look closely, you can see the red markings on the turtle that give them the name the red-eared slider turtle. All right, Engineer Charlie giving us a great crossing. We're getting all the bells and whistles, letting them know we're heading for the tunnel. All right, y'all, we're heading towards the tunnel. Please remain seated with everything inside. Do keep an eye out for gold. You can see some gold down in the tunnel. All right, everybody, welcome to the tunnel. All right, y'all. Hands and arms inside. Make some noise for the tunnel. All right, y'all, coming back around into the station now. I want to thank you so much for riding Irvine Park Railroad. Wait for the train to come to a full stop before you start to exit off to the right side of the train. That'll be the right side of the train once you come to a full and complete stop. If you're interested in purchasing any merchandise on IrvineParkRailroad.com, feel free to use promo code Cameron, CAMERON, get 20% off all merchandise on the website, IrvineParkRailroad.com, 20% off using promo code Cameron. All right, y'all, wait for that full stop before you start to exit off to the right side of the train, and be sure to have a great rest of your day. Be sure to watch your head and watch your step.